So I've really been thinking about this lately. I don't know what the answer is to the question of whether or not the people pushing the Green New Deal, the environmentalists, whether they're actually genuine. I really don't know, because it seems to me that they believe what they say. But at the same time, it seems that everything they put forward is so cartoonishly fake that I don't know. Because I'll be honest, I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of the environment. I do what I can to save the environment. I try not to waste. I am not it actually bothers me when people waste things. I don't know where that came from my childhood or whatever, but I do not like waste at all. And it seems that I've yet to meet an environmentalist that in their personal life is less wasteful than me. Just when it comes to just the little stuff like that. But whenever I see people put forward things like the Green New Deal, I'm just very confused. And I never know whether this is just a con game or not, because whenever they say we need to save we need all of these programs, we need to do all this stuff to save the environment. And I'll be honest, I'm not really going to go through the article here. This is not what this video is about. It's more just to provide an example and something to put in the spot on the video. But when I see people say things like we need we need a Green New Deal, all these Green New Deals, and actually the article does go. The reason I picked this article is because it goes a bit in depth about we need to not only save the environment, but we need to fight inequality while doing it. We need to we can't wait for, as they say, we can't wait for economic theory to catch up with the environmental crisis. It's always about how we need these radical changes that destroy inequality and give people free healthcare and education and all that stuff. And I always wonder, it just seems so obvious to me that if you give everyone something like free healthcare, free education, that kind of stuff, there's going to be a lot more waste than if you limit it. Tremendous waste compared to if you limit it. There's just tons of waste, just tons of people just wasting the system, because when you make something free and affordable, and not just affordable, completely free, when you remove any reason not to do something, people will do something. So again, if something is free, if an object at a store was free, people are just going to buy it up and waste it and do whatever they want with it because it's free. Why not? If something is for $1, are you going to buy it? Maybe, maybe not. If something's free, are you going to take it? Yeah, probably. Regardless of what it is, you probably will take it. And that's the thing. That's the thing I'm concerned about whenever I look at these Green New Deal policies. We need to save the environment and that. And then it comes to things like not just free healthcare and education, but bringing all of these, bringing everyone that wants to across the border into the first world. Literally open borders, letting all these people in. Whenever I see stuff like that, I'm just very confused, because all of these things are very anti-environment. They just breed waste and cost. And I don't, again, I can't tell. It seems very disingenuous, but maybe they have their own logic to it. I don't know. But what I find interesting is the idea that we can save the environment if we can have fun doing it. It's no, that's not how this works at all. It seems very disingenuous for me to say there's this major crisis going on right now, and if we fixed it, it would be easy and there wouldn't be any suffering or problems at all. Everything will be great. And in fact, not only can we save the environment, but we can also give people free healthcare, free education, free all this and free all that. And that's it. That's all we need to do is just take this very easy step. No problems at all. We can provide stuff for people unable or unwilling to work, as is in the first Green New Deal. Stuff like that, where, I have to say this is incredibly, it seems like all the environmentalists and all of the really, pro-environment people have been backing this, stuff like this. And then, it just makes me wonder, when are we going to get someone coming out and saying, okay, there's an environmentalist crisis, there's, the Earth is we're going to see serious issues in the next century if we don't take action now. There's going to be problems. We're going to have to suffer through it. It's not going to be great, obviously. We're talking about the long term here. We're talking about saving the planet. We're going to have to really, suffer now, but it's going to be better in the long term. If there's a big issue, that's the thing. If there's a huge issue, what I want people to say, or what people should be saying logically, is, hey, there's a big issue. It's going to cost something to solve it, but we're going to be better in the long run. That's what happens when there's a crisis. Because if there's a crisis and it's better for everyone, and there's no suffering at all to just fix it now, no suffering at all, then we would just do it. We would just do it. But no, that never happens. It's always it's there's going to be no trouble at all. It's going to be great, and yet for some reason people are doing it. It's that must seem crazy to these people that we're not taking action when it's so obviously we should. But it just seems very disingenuous to say that there's a crisis coming up and we can fix it without any suffering at all. And I get, like, they might say, oh, there's going to be carbon taxes and stuff that might hurt. But they always seem to say, like, we can have Medicare for all and all this stuff, and that won't negatively affect the environment. It's like, no, I'm sorry. You have to pick, honestly. Like, you have to pick between saving the environment or being more wasteful. It's like you have to pick. And that's the point of this video, is really just point that out. Like, I be very skeptical of the people that say we can save the environment and we can also give everyone everything for free and it's not going to be more wasteful. Like, that's what bugs me. It's like, no, I am for saving the environment. Like every rational human being, saving the environment is a good thing. Like, protecting the environment, it's a good thing. But when you start saying, like, we need to protect the environment, therefore, all of these 3,000 different things, 2,000 of which have nothing to do with the environment and would actually hurt the environment, then I have to become skeptical. It's like, sure, again, people think there's a battle between people that want to save the environment and people that don't want to save the environment. That's not true at all. The battle is between people that want to save the environment by doing X and people want to save the environment by doing Y. And I am on the side that says, hey, like, I'll in my personal life, I'll be very I won't be wasteful in my personal life. I would say, hey, free market capitalism, probably more environmentally friendly than giving government, which U.S. government's like the biggest polluter in the world, I believe, just giving them all this power. Like, we talk about government waste and spending all this time. It's like, you're not going to save the environment that way. That's the thing. You're not going to save the environment by encouraging more waste. And it's like, oh, then we can have open borders and just bring everyone in and take care of them. And so you realize, like, that costs money. Then not only does that cost money, but it's wasteful to just give everything out free and remove all the disincentives to waste. That's what you're doing. That's the issue. But that's pretty much the point of this. Just a bit of a rant. Just pointing that out there. Like, I need an answer here. I genuinely don't know if I don't want to call people disingenuous if they're not, but I see no other option here. Like, there must be such a they probably even believe it. I'm sure these people probably even believe it, but it just seems so obviously flawed. Just so obviously flawed that it's like, really? We're gonna save the environment and we're also gonna give everyone all this stuff for free and open borders and all that, and things will be fine? Like, no, I don't think that's the case. I think there are trade-offs here. It's, if you want to give everything, if you want to give people Medicare for all and that, you're going to have more waste. It's like, sorry, you're going to have more waste. And that's the thing with government regulations, too. Every time you add an extra government regulation, that's an extra job or an extra bit of paperwork or and all this stuff. And it's like, keep that in mind. Just, I fail to see how the environmentalist movement, like the more pro-government socialist environmentalist movement, has done anything for the environment at all. Like, that's the thing. Looking at the Soviet Union, and I hate to bring that up, like, to just jump right as soon as I say the word socialism, I bring up like Soviet Union, that, but I hate to say it's this perspective that, like, we can see that the Soviet Union clearly did not save the environment. We can see that in any of these more authoritarian left-wing countries, they do not save the environment at all. And in fact, none of the authoritarian countries seem to be very environmentally friendly. I just want to point that out. So it's just, yeah, I don't see how, like, we're looking at the United States, which is very eco-friendly compared to the rest of the world, and it's like, I think I attribute that to just capitalism in general, and of course all kinds of charity and the green movement, that more like privatized charities and that, sure, they get credit as well. But it's the idea that, like, more government power is going to fix this. I don't think you can hold that view and be consistent at all. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you think I'm wrong, tell me why. If you think I'm right, tell me why. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. And thanks for watching.